We are at Raymond's restaurant. Two reasons. One, Seamus O'Regan told us we had to go, and two, Seamus O'Regan told us we had to go. On the site twice, but also really because I really wanted to go. Jeremy Bonia, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, and Jeremy Charles over there on the phone because why? At any minute.
Well, just, trying to organize my day and get my cooks in line and make sure we're ready to go for this evening.
No, that's not true. We're holding the champagne on the off chance that his wife gives birth during the interview. Isn't that why we have champagne?
This is true. He shrugs it. He dodges the bullet.
This is exciting. Everybody's talking about this restaurant, and you two fellas have made it like 8 months now. What would you say in 8 months? What's your takeaway? You loving it?
We do. We love what we do, but it's still in its infancy. I mean, it's funny. Like, people think that feel like it's been a bit more established, but it's brand new. It's and it's still new, and it hasn't sort of we're still working through things. It's still going well, but it's just we've been very fortunate the amount of press and the amount of attention we've gotten in this last 8 months.
Well, you got to have good food. I mean, let's just start there, right? Because if your food's no good, you're not coming. And this fella's tweeting pictures up the wazoo, and my mouth is watering at the home base in Chester. But you are a wily veteran in the kitchen, so you've cooked everywhere, Jeremy.
Been fortunate to cook, around Canada and Montreal and other places in Chicago, and no, it's good to be home here and to be working with local products and farmers and growers and celebrate Newfoundland food and
Now, was that always the dream though, to get back home and start your own place?
I mean, when I was away, I was away for 10 years, except Montreal and Chicago and a few other places, and eventually it came time to, want to come home and be with my family, and we're just very fortunate to have met Jeremy too, and we kind of.
Well, how did it come together? Like, what's the?
How did we meet?
Online or?
I like long walks on the beach.
I was basically home getting married, and a really good friend of mine had introduced us, and we kind of hooked up, went to dinner down the street, and kind of things kind of blossomed from there. And I was like, Jeremy, I'm moving home. He was doing carpentry at the time.
Did you build this place?
I wish. We did, but we kind of did. I mean, we oversaw a lot of it, which was great. I'm glad we didn't have to do as much hands-on because there was a lot of it.
Working together, I hate to say marriage, but that's essentially, you guys have to have, you've got to be a great team, right?
I always say he's my heterosexual life partner. So.
But there has to be, obviously you're in the kitchen cooking, and what would you say is your role if you could? You probably have both of you do both, or have a lot of hats, yes?
I'm just wine service for the most part.
Just wine service.
We do.
You've done a great job. Cheers to that, first of all. Hey? And we'll get to the stock of wine in just a bit. See, that's lovely, right there. But okay, you've got a lot of hats, and you're getting along, is what I'm saying.
Totally.
Yeah.
Everybody has their moments where, we'll tease each other or whatever, but we have a lot of extracurricular activities in common. For one thing, we do like to fish a lot. Fly fishing is our big thing. So our days off.
I love fly fishing because you got the boots on and the water's going around you. Is there anything better than that?
No, to me it's like mental therapy, going out on the water, and we may bring a bottle of wine along too, and maybe a fry pan or something like that. And,
Stop it.
Yeah.
You're frying Riverside.
A lot of tasting menus have come up on the side of a river, I'll tell you that. And wine pairings. Oh yeah, definitely.
How exciting.
Definitely.
Let's get to this building because it's magnificent, and as we walked in, there's this little plaque that says, I'm paraphrasing now, but thanks for restoring our building to... What's the story behind it?
The plaque's a Southcott Award. It's something the Newfoundland Historic Trust and the Heritage Foundation sort of got together and decided they wanted to sort of celebrate renovations and architecture in St. John's, because it's a unique city in that way, as you know. So that started, I think, late 70s, early 80s, and they started awarding different buildings that would be nominated, and someone nominated this building after we finished renovating it. So we were honored to accept it. And
so was this plan, because it's got this I don't know what to say, like worldly kind of great, rich kind of feel vibe when you walk in, but it comfortable. Do you know what I mean?
That's
Like
what we were shooting for. I think
Yeah.
you know we had to pay respect to the building. I mean, the high ceilings, the moldings, and yeah, myself and Jeremy and Chris and Sarah, my wife, did all the interiors with PHB. So it was fun to work with her, and we had a vision, and I think we achieved it. You know, and we're super happy with the space.
when you had your dream down the street, is this where you wanted to be, or did this just happen?
It was
Was it
funny
fate?
because we were actually supposed to close on another building. We'd looked at spaces, and for probably it seemed like years, but it was probably 3 months. We were looking hard for buildings, and just couldn't find the one that really was like, I don't know if this is it. And then the one we were gonna settle for, and it was settling for, we were like, well, maybe we can make this work. And you know, so we'd put in a bid and that, and it was 2 days before we were supposed to close, and we get a call from an acquaintance we know, Mark Dobbin. He has a business, and he was looking at moving it down here, and he saw this building was for sale, and he sort of had the initial offer. That's why we didn't even hear about it. And he invited us down to look at it, and he said, like, I don't need all this space. Do you guys want to come in on the building? Walked in the door, and it was like, yes, right
You're
away.
home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was just that feeling.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a great feeling. It was very fortunate, you know. And Mark's a great person, and he's a lovely. Can I say neighbor? Or
Yeah. We're like the.
The Ropers and the no.
I was thinking more like Jack and Larry. You know.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know if Mark would like that because he's not.
Yeah.
He's not really a Larry or a Jack. But
Yeah.
Nice,
know.
but it works and it's perfect.
it does.
Like, I mean, in touch wood, it's all going great. Now, because at CNBC and we celebrate the 4 Atlantic provinces, we like to talk to the cool people. We got 2 Jeremys here. Why not ask ya? If you're coming to Newfoundland and Labrador, just give me one thing that somebody has to do besides come to Raymond's for supper. What would you
One
say?
thing, anywhere in the province.
Anywhere in the province.
Wow.
In the great province. Just a can't miss, great time.
I mean,
Life's not complete.
so many- there's so many things
Just
to narrow
throw out
down.
one. I know you're right.
I always say fish and chips at the Duke.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a good call.
Nice.
That's
Pint
a
of
great
Guinness.
call. I was going to be more, I was lunking along the lines that go to Grossmore. So many people skip over
yeah.
that.
He's
But
more
that's-
brochure, he's more tummy. But
Yeah.
that works
It
because
works.
that's sort of
It
your
works.
relationship,
That's our yin
yes?
and yang, right?
You're the marketing and you're the stomach. I love it.
Fairland
It's great.
Lighthouse Picnic, that's another
Yeah,
one.
That's a
Yeah.
You know, that's
That's
a
a
great
good one.
thing.
That's where you go out, you bring your picnic and you.
I think you can buy one. I think they supply it out
you
there.
show
You just
up
bring a
and they
bottle of
give you-
wine if you want.
Right on.
Or juice, whatever you want, but I'd be bringing wine.
It was a lovely time.
Okay, now we're drinking because you've got an incredible wine selection. You've got a brilliant menu, and I'm so glad that I'm here to toast the 2 of you in your first year of success. And I'm coming
you.
back for supper. I
Thank
hope
you.
I'm not banned.
Why?
Hey.
Look,
Which band?
they don't know me yet. Cheers, mates.
Well,
nice
thank
to
you.
meet ya.
Nice to meet you.